Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Issei had true Longinus part 1. Before I start, please do support for more awesome content and subscribe my channel and like this video and also share this video with your friends. I have created my other videos playlist, there you can watch my all videos easily, check out as well. And also check previous parts of this what if. Let's start this video. Last sun rays burned in the sky of the Kuo town when a 7-year boy with brown hair and light brown eyes hurried home. Boy's name was Issei. He was late because today was the last day before his childhood friend Irina will move out to Europe. Issei didn't want to be separated from her, but he couldn't do anything about it. Her father and mother were Christians despite being Japanese, that's why they wanted to go closer to the center of this religion. Issei was very sad, his head was hanging down, his best and only friend left him, and he became lonely again. Issei was a very shy and quiet boy, so it was hard for him to make friends. Even with Irina, it was with her initiative they talked and eventually became best friends. When Issei neared the house, he saw that lights were off, but he shrugged it off and pulled the door. When the door was open, Issei couldn't believe what he saw. His parents were lying on the floor in the pool of blood with holes in their chest. This horrifying scene made him speechless. Issei wanted to shout, but he couldn't, his mouth was opening and shutting, but no sound left his throat. He slowly approached his parents, hot tears streaming down his cheeks, then Issei fell on his knees and started to poke their bodies. "Do-san, Ka-san, wake up," said a boy trying to wake up his parents. Silence was the only answer he got. "It's not funny, To-san, Ka-san," said Issei with a small smile as he wanted to believe it was some joke. But his parents continued to lie on the floor motionless. "Please wake up," he cried his lungs out. At that moment Issei finally realized his parents were dead. His cloth was covered in their blood as were his hands. At that moment Issei finally realized he became truly alone in that world. Issei covered his face with his hands and cried hysterically. "Ah ha ha, what a touching scene," said a female voice from the darkness of the room. Then a dark figure stood from the couch and walked to Issei. It was a beautiful woman with long black hair and violet eyes. But that was not what attracted Issei's attention. All he could see was a pair of big black feather wings behind her back. Who are you?" asked terrified Issei. "I'm Rainer, Issei, and I'm a fallen angel," answered the woman while smiling widely. "A angel? And how do you know my name?" He was scared beyond imagination. "Of course I know your name, I was sent here to kill you personally, ha ha ha," woman laughed like a madman. "I wanted to kill only you, but you weren't home so I decided to play with your parents, ha ha ha, they begged not to kill them, it was so funny." "Why? Why did you do this? We didn't do anything to you," asked Issei while looking at his bloody hands. He knew he would die soon, but he wanted to know why. "Why, you ask? It is because you have power within you, sacred gear, which can be harmful to us, so it was decided that you must be terminated, ha ha ha," said Rainer laughing madly. "If you want to blame someone then blame your God who gave it to you. I have power. God gave me power. Why didn't he tell me how I can use it to defend my family? Why didn't he protect us? Why even when I am about to die I can't do anything to prevent it?" Million thoughts raced through Issei's mind, and each and every one of them made him extremely mad. Mad on Rainer for killing his parents, mad on God for not preventing this, and mad on himself for being powerless. "Now die, my little Issei," said Rainer, in her right hand was a spear of light. In the next moment this spear was in the air and was approaching Issei. "If I'm about to die, then let me use this power once at least to avenge my parents," screamed in his mind Issei. Adam, suddenly, the world around the boy stopped. Inside his soul bright golden flame ignited, Issei's eyes became golden as well. "Perish." Only one word left Issei's mouth before Rainer's body was lit in golden light which descended from above. In an instant the fallen angel turned to ash without a sound. "Thou art purified," said Issei, and in the next moment a spear of light impaled him in the abdomen. Golden flame died within him, his eyes became brown again as he fell on the floor unconscious. In that moment in heaven a beautiful woman with blonde hair saw this scene. She felt sadness and desperation for this boy as well as his power. "Poor child," said Gabriel, that was her name. Then she descended right at the house and kneeled before Issei's body. Bright light beamed in the room as the boy's wounds healed. "Wake up, Issei," she said gently as her hand was touching his cheek. Brown eyes shot open at that moment. Issei was confused, before his eyes there was a beautiful angel with 6 pairs of golden wings. "Angel? Am I dead?" said Issei with endless sadness. He accepted already that he will not live through this night, but he was sad nonetheless. "No, Issei, you are not dead, I healed you. And yes, I'm an angel, my name's Gabriel," answered the angel. "Can you heal my parents?" asked Issei, hope in his voice. "Sorry, child, they are already dead, I cannot bring people back from the dead," said Gabriel. "If you are an angel, then there is God, why didn't he protect them, why didn't he save them, they did nothing bad, why must they die?" shouted Issei while hot tears were running down his cheeks. God is dead, Issei, said Gabriel with sadness. And we, angels, cannot protect everyone. It's sad but it's true. God is dead. These words were echoing in the boy's mind. Hundreds of millions of people believe in someone who is dead. They hope that he can save them, protect them, bless them, but their prayers go in vain. You have power, Issei. You can help people, but even if you have power it's not enough to fight evil on your own. But I can give you more power, child. I can revive you as an angel. I will be your mother or sister or anyone you want. I will give you more power to protect people, more strength to fight evil, more allies to save as many lives as you can. What do you say, Issei? Would you become my knight and bring justice in the name of God even knowing that he is dead? Issei's head was spinning. Angels exist, God is dead, he has some power within him, and he can become an angel right now to fight evil. It was too much for a 7-year child, but seeing his parents die for nothing made him want to bring justice upon everyone of Isildur in this world. And if becoming an angel means more power to eradicate evil, then he will gladly accept such a gift. Yes. Yes, I will. Good, Issei, I can see your determination. Now I must use one of my cards to revive you as an angel, said Gabriel, and then draw a deck of cards from her white clothes. Now I will see what card is yours. Cards were shining in bright light, but then all cards' light died down except one Joker card. Joker, ha, said Gabriel aloud. What power does he contain within him? She thought in her head. Well then, Issei, be my Joker, become my knight who brings justice upon everyone, said Angel. As words left her mouth, Joker made its way to Issei and entered his chest. Instantly Issei was enveloped in bright light and his body began to levitate above the floor. After a couple of minutes the light disappeared and Issei stood on one knee on the floor before Gabriel, 6 white wings behind his back. Now your angel, Issei, you are my brave knight, my Joker. Thus I bestow my blessing and my love upon you, child. Be pure, eliminate evil, protect the innocent, bring justice upon guilty, said Gabriel. Then she cupped Issei's face in her palms, brought his face up and kissed him on the forehead. 1 second a bright light lit the room and Issei's hair was floating in the air, then everything became silent. Now stand up, Issei, we are going to heaven, said Gabriel. Yes, Gabriel Nisan, answered Issei. Then she took his hands in hers and they disappeared in the bright flash. Issei opened his eyes and saw Gabriel who was holding his hands. Around them there was a world of pure whiteness, only enormous golden gates stood out from the general white picture. Let's go, Issei, said Gabriel. She put one hand on his shoulder and started moving. Issei went forward after her to the gates. After they approached it, Gabriel slightly pushed golden doors. Gates opened with a loud sound and bright white light appeared from there. Welcome to heaven, Issei. This is your new home, said Gabriel with a gentle smile. Issei's eyes were open wide in awe, everything around him was so bright, there were golden columns everywhere, pure white stairs were going somewhere higher. But something different made the biggest impact on Issei. Angels. They were everywhere. He did not think that there would be so many of them. Some of them talked between each other, some were just walking around, some were sitting at the tables and did some paperwork. But when Gabriel and Issei made about 10 steps forward, everyone around noticed them and stopped doing everything whatever they were doing. Hello, Gabriel Sama, said every angel in unity. But their gazes were glued to a little boy with brown hair and eyes who were standing near a golden-winged angel. Hello, everyone. This boy is my new brave knight, his name is Hyodo Issei, please treat him well, gently spoke Gabriel. Hi, it was the only word which left Issei's mouth. He didn't prepare to be the center of everyone's attention. He was shy and had only one friend and his parents with whom he actually talked, that's why this situation was new for him. He's so cute, said some of the female angels with wide smiles on their faces. Issei's cheeks became pink from embarrassment and he was staring at his toes, afraid to lift his eyes. Come on, Issei, don't be so shy. Let's go meet my brother Michael, he is the leader of the angels here in heaven, he took after God after his death, said Gabriel gently and took Issei's hand in hers and took him towards the stairs. In that fashion they went through 5 different floors, but everywhere Issei was the center of attention of each and every one of angels. Men were just smiling to him and slightly nodded, while women were fond of his shyness and cuteness. When they reached the 6th floor, Gabriel and Issei made their way to some golden door. Gabriel knocked a couple of times, and after that some voice from the other side of the door said to come in. Wait a little for me, Issei, okay? Said Gabriel smiling. Okay, Gabriel Nisan, answered little Issei, and after that a woman entered the door and closed it behind her. Hello, sister. Anything happened? Asked white-haired man with 12 wings behind his back. Yes, Michael. I got a new brave knight, answered Gabriel. What? Who is it? Asked Michael with unconcealed curiosity. His name is Hyodo Issei, he is now my Joker. I think that he has some powerful sacred gear. He instantly erased the fallen angel that tried to kill him. Fortunately, I healed him before he died and made him an angel," calmly answered Gabriel. "He is behind the door. Quickly let him in," said Michael. The male angel made her way to the door and opened it. "Come in, Issei," said Gabriel. Issei walked in the room and saw Michael, who was sitting behind the desk. "Hello, child, you're Issei, right?" asked Michael, and Issei quickly nodded. "My name is Michael, you can call me Nai-san. I'm the leader of angels here in heaven, now you will be in Gabriel's and my care." Issei nodded again, but didn't say anything. "Come here, I will see how strong you are." Issei looked at Gabriel, who slightly nodded, smiling, and then made his way to Michael. Michael put his hand on Issei's chest, closed his eyes and concentrated. Gentle light came from his hand and enveloped a boy. 3 pairs of wings appeared behind Issei's back, his hair floating in the air. Then Michael's hand trembled, he took it from Issei, his eyes shot open, disbelief in them. "No way. Is this for real?" said Michael, then did this procedure again. "What is it, Michael, what power does Issei have?" said confused Gabriel. "Longinus, he has true Longinus, Gabriel. I cannot believe it. We have now an angel with the most powerful sacred gear," said Michael, smiling from ear to ear. "What a treasure did you find, sister, this boy will become our hope. Through Longinus. It explains that holy light which killed the fallen angel." "But are you sure, brother?" asked stupefied Gabriel. Issei was staring at these 2 angels and couldn't understand a word. He was confused, but he clearly could see that Michael was very happy to see what kind of power was within Issei. "Yes, I'm sure, I didn't believe it either at first, but I checked the second time. It is definitely true Longinus. We cannot tell this to anyone. I will try to find any information about his power. I hope we will be able to teach him how to use it. We will do it personally, for everyone he is just an angel with very high magical potential. Let Griselda teach him how to fight." "Of course, brother," said Gabriel. "Okay, now go, show him his room," said Michael. "See you later, Issei," gently spoke to a blonde man. Issei only nodded in answer. "Let's go, Issei." Gabriel took the boy's hand and they walked out of the room. "Interesting, very interesting. Try your best, Hyodo Issei," said Michael in the emptiness of the room. In the meantime, Gabriel led Issei to his new room. She was holding his hand while they walked through white corridors of heaven. From her hand radiated pleasant warmth which made Issei feel safe. He threw a couple of glances at his new guardian and saw that she was extremely beautiful. She was the most beautiful woman that Issei saw in his entire, though very short, life. Before his mind was busy with other stuff, but now when he calmed down, he could see this clearly. "Thank you," quietly said Issei. "Ah. For what?" asked Gabriel. "For saving me. I didn't thank you for that," answered Issei, looking into Gabriel's eyes. Though she didn't save his parents, he was very grateful for saving him at least. "You need not thank me, Issei, I did what needed to be done. Instead, let me apologize for not saving your parents, they were innocent, but I didn't do anything to protect or help them," said Gabriel with sadness. "No, you are not to blame, it was this fallen angel who killed them and almost killed me, you did everything in your power, for that I am grateful," said Issei. Then he dropped to one knee and made a small bow. "I, Hyodo Issei, am eternally in your debt, my life is yours, my strength is your strength, my wish is to bring justice upon every guilty person, and I will bring it not in the name of God, but in the name of my Savior, in your name. I am your knight and I solemnly vow that I will serve you until my last breath. I vow that even when everyone will be against you, I will stay by your side and fight each and every one of your enemies. From today and forever I am yours, Gabriel-sama." Gabriel was speechless. This boy was only 7 years old but can say such words. But that is not why she was speechless. In that moment her heart was trembling, no one ever said such words to her, this speech, this vow made her feel very special. This boy was ready to die for her without hesitation because she healed him, even though she did it mostly because of his hidden power, which erased a fallen angel completely in one moment. He is willing even to go against all the world for her, if she wants it. He even called her Gabriel-sama to show her that he is her servant, that he will obey her always, though she let him call her Ni-san. This boy was so pure and so selfless that it made her heart full of warmth and joy. And this boy was hers, he was her knight. At that moment Gabriel decided. She decided that she will give him all her care, all her warmth, all her love. Love. Yes, she loved him already, and nothing ever will change that. Gabriel cupped his head with her hands and lifted his face, so his eyes could meet with hers. His are full of loyalty and sincerity, hers are full of trust and love. Then she made him stand up and kissed his forehead. Thank you, Issei. But don't call me Gabriel-sama when we are alone, just Gabriel is fine," said Gabriel with a warm smile. "Yes, Gabriel, said Issei, his cheeks are slightly red. "That's better, Issei. Now let's go to your room," said Gabriel and walked forward with Issei, who followed her a moment later. Couple of minutes later they came to his new room. It was very much like his previous bedroom but bigger. There was everything that was in his original room with the addition of several bookshelves with old books. This room reminded Issei of his home and his dead parents, though it made him sad. In his opinion, memories of home were very important and he didn't want to forget about his first years of life. "What are these books?" asked Issei with curiosity. "These are the books about angels, fallen angels, devils, dragons, church and other things that you were not aware of before. Of course there are ordinary books from your country. You must read as much as you can to gain more knowledge about our world, it is very important. Now try to sleep, tomorrow will be a hard day for you, tomorrow your life as an angel will begin." Softly speaking Gabriel. "Yes, Gabriel, good night," said the boy. "Good night, my knight," answered Gabriel and left his room. After Gabriel left, Issei opened his wardrobe and saw that his clothes from home were also there. Then he took his pajamas, wore them and went to bed. He closed his eyes and tried to sleep, but sleep didn't come, so he went to the bookshelf, took some book about angels, lay down in his bed, turned on a lamp and began to read. While reading he learned that God died in the Great War of 3 factions, that Gabriel and Michael as well as Uriel and Raphael were the 4 great seraphs. He learned about 10 other seraphs. When he began to read the part that described angels falling, his eyelids felt heavy, his eyes closed and he fell asleep. It was deep in the night, only the sound of a working lamp and Issei's snorts could be heard in his bedroom. But inside Issei's mind everything was not so peaceful. Pictures of parents' death were flashing before him, but despite that Issei was not scared, even though he didn't know why. In his dream he was seeing that event from the sidelines and not as one of the participants. At that moment a huge golden beam of light enveloped the fallen angel and almost instantly turned her to ashes. Issei was watching this scene very carefully to not miss some details. He was confused why he spoke such words when light beams were descending on the black-winged woman. "Thou art purified." He didn't even know these words. Is it me who killed her? Is this the power inside me about which fallen angel and Gabriel were talking? Thought Issei. Yes. Suddenly a deep ancient voice rang in Issei's mind. "WW, who is it?" asked Issei with a trembling voice. "You have power within you, true Longinus. It is sacred gear and one of 13 Longinus, the most powerful of them. It is the spear with which Saint Longinus pierced Jesus Christ. And I am part of Saint Longinus's conscience which is sealed in the spear," answered voice. "So you are Saint Longinus? You can call me that. You are not the first host of the spear, there were many before you, but you are the first who became something other than human, angel, to be precise. So you have potential to become the strongest wielder of true Longinus. I'll try to teach you how to use this power, so you can use it for good. Is this spear really so strong? Of course it is, you can pierce through gods and Buddhas with it, you can erase devils, fallen angels and every evil creature, as you did with this Rainer girl. But to do that you must learn how to wield this spear and how to utilize its destructive might. Now you have only small access to that power, even killing such a weak fallen angel like Rainer will be hard for you, before you did it so easy because you were in a grave situation and the spear answered your pleas," said Longinus. "So it's like that, I am weak now. But if you can teach me then I am more than willing to learn from you. I must repay Gabriel's kindness and serve her with all my might," said Issei with determination. "Good, good. Now wake up, I'll help you to summon true Longinus." At that moment Issei's eyes shot open. His heart was racing and cold sweat covered his face. "Is that a dream?" thought Issei. "No it's not, boy, even if it happened in your sleep, it was real. Now concentrate and look in the depth of your mind." Issei did as he was told and tried to find anything within his mind. Couple of minutes he didn't see anything, but after that he felt some power inside him which was calling for him and saw a golden light. Issei went forward towards that light and in the end he saw a 2-meter long golden spear. "It is true Longinus, the mightiest sacred gear, and it's yours. Now imagine how you hold it in your arms and call for it," said Longinus. Issei did that and a spear appeared in his hand. Spear was 2 times his height and his hand couldn't hold it properly. Besides, it was heavy, so a 7-year-old boy dropped it on the floor. Loud sound of metal was drowned by loud laughter in Issei's head. "Ah ha ha, it was funny, boy," said Longinus trying to suppress laughter. "No, it wasn't, I'm lucky it didn't fall on my head," answered angered Issei. "You can change its shape by your will, by the way. Why didn't you tell me earlier? And missed the fun part? No way. I was too long inside the spear, I need some entertainment," said Longinus. Issei didn't pay attention to the last statement of the old man and touched the spear. Spear became 1.5 meters long, 2 times thinner and lighter, so Issei could hold it normally and not look like an idiot. "Good job, boy," said the old man to Issei. But at that moment the door in Issei's room opened and someone entered. Issei stood with his back to the door so he couldn't see this person. "Wake up, my knight," said gentle voice. It was Gabriel obviously. Issei turned over and saw her, spear still in his hand. Gabriel expected to see him peacefully sleeping in the bed and not standing in the middle of the room holding a spear. "What are you doing, Issei?" asked Gabriel. "I'm trying my new power, I guess," answered Issei. "So it's true Longinus and you can summon it already?" "Yeah, something like that," said Issei smiling. "How did you do that?" asked Gabriel curiously. "Don't tell her about me for now," said Longinus. "Why not?" "I don't want to lie to her." "You don't lie, you're just not telling her the whole truth, you will tell her when the right time comes." "Fine. I was sleeping and saw pictures of my parents' death, then I thought about that power that I used at that time, after that I woke up and the spear appeared in my hand," said Issei to Gabriel. "Well done, Issei, you will be a splendid wielder of the true Longinus," said Gabriel with a warm smile. "Thank you, Gabriel. Now wear your new angel's robe and let's go breakfast. After that I will introduce you to someone, okay?" "Yes, I will be quick," said Issei smiling. After that Gabriel left the room. Issei took the white robe from the wardrobe and wore it. "Old man, one more question. Why did I speak like that when I used power?" asked Issei with curiosity. "It was not you who spoke, it was God. True Longinus have an ability named the truth idea, someone calls it the dying will of the God of the Bible. Your death wish awakened part of this power, and God's will took control over your body and killed this fallen angel. Now, because your connection with true Longinus was established without your will, you will always speak like that when using the power of the spear," answered Saint Longinus. "So it's like that," sighed Issei. "It is not so good to speak not like myself, but I can't do anything about it. Besides, it sounded pretty cool." Issei closed a connection between them and left the room. Gabriel was waiting for him near the door. She saw Issei wearing his white robe which looked pretty good on him and gave him a very innocent look. Gabriel smiled and took his hand. "Let's go eat, Issei," said Gabriel warmly. After the breakfast she took Issei to some training room. "You will train here, Issei. My queen will teach you how to use a sword, and because you have true Longinus, she will teach you how to use a spear as well. I read at night about your sacred gear and learned that a wielder can change its shape at will. Make it look like an ordinary spear, Issei, and don't tell anyone about true Longinus. Only me and Michael know about it, let it be that way for now, okay?" said Gabriel looking right in the Issei's eyes. "As you wish, Gabriel, I will keep this secret," answered Issei. Then he summoned the spear and made it look like an ordinary weapon. "Good, Issei. Me and Michael will try to help you to understand your power and will train you in angel's magic so you can rely not only on the power of the spear." "Thank you, I'll do my best and will try to not disappoint you," said Issei with a small bow. "I know that you will not disappoint me, my knight, I believe in you," said Gabriel and kissed him on the forehead. At that moment the door in the training room opened and a beautiful woman with blue eyes and with a hood on her head entered the room. "Good morning, Gabriel-sama," that woman said politely. "Good morning, Griselda. Let me introduce you to someone," said Gabriel. "This is Issei, he is my new brave saint, he is Joker, I told you about him yesterday." She continued, "And this is Griselda, Issei, she is my queen and your fellow brave saint, she will teach you how to fight." "Hello, Issei, let's get along nicely," said Griselda, a gentle smile on her face. Issei bowed but didn't say a word. "He is very shy, don't mind him, he didn't speak to anyone besides me yet," said Gabriel to Griselda. "It's not a problem, Gabriel-sama, in a fight you don't need to speak," answered Griselda while laughing. "Very true. So, Issei, I leave you in Griselda's care for some time, train hard and listen to your teacher, okay?" said Gabriel, smiling warmly. Issei nodded and after that Gabriel left the room. "Okay, Issei, let's teach you how to fight," said Griselda with a wide grin. "So, Issei, let's teach you how to fight," said Griselda with a wide grin to me, and I only nodded in answer. Still not speaking. "Alright. For starters let's choose a sword for you," spoke Griselda and went to stand with weapons. I followed her. Then she took a silver short sword and gave it to me. "This is a short sword, Issei, even if it is short, for now it is enough for you. When you will grow and become stronger, you will use a long sword, maybe even two-handed claymore." "Explain to me, Griselda. Gabriel-sama told me to teach you how to wield a spear besides a sword, but we'll do it later, okay?" asked her and I nodded one more time. I don't know why, but I didn't want to speak to anyone besides Gabriel. "Alright. Now grip the sword tightly, spread your legs wider for easier balance maintaining. Now I will attack you and you try to defend," said Griselda to me and in her hand appeared a golden sword. "I'll go easy on you." I tightly gripped my sword and waited for her attack. Griselda made her way to me and hit my silver sword with hers golden. I dropped the sword. "Take it with 2 hands, boy, you are still not good enough to wield it with 1 hand. Now let's go one more time, I attack, you defend," said Griselda, and I swear that I saw an evil smirk on her face. It will be very tough, I thought. Of course it will, but bear with it, you need to be strong to fight evil and protect everyone, said Longinus to me. I know, okay, I don't need you to remind me about it, I answered. There's no need to be angry at me, brat, I'm trying to give you the right motivation. Fine, I'm sorry, there is just so much pressure, but I'll try my best, I will not disappoint Gabriel. I said with unwavering resolve. Good, that's better, try your hardest, and we will show everyone how strong you are. Yes. I said and readied for Griselda's attack. I trained with Griselda for 5 hours, all the time she attacked me and I tried to defend. When I managed to deflect her strike, her next one was stronger, so I couldn't hold my sword in my hands and drop it. I got many shallow wounds from her sword, my robe was tattered and had many red spots. It was my blood, of course. Even if I got many bruises, they healed very fast, so it was not a big deal, but still it was not pleasant a little bit. After my first training session with Griselda, I understood that she is quite a sadist. But I thought that maybe it was for the better, in such a fashion at least our training will contain pain experience, which is also important, in my opinion. After that we went to eat, later Griselda let me change my robe for a clear one. Good thing there were an infinite amount of white robes in my drawer. While I was in my bedroom, I summoned true Longinus and made it look like an ordinary spear. Then I left the room and went to the training room again, where Griselda was waiting for me. Is that a spear which Gabriel-sama gave you? Asked Griselda when I entered the room. I nodded in response, then she sighed. Okay, then let's try the same thing, but that time you will wield your spear. Swords are much swifter than spears, but spears have bigger attack range, besides you need less power to do the same damage with a spear, so 9 times out of 10 spear wielder will defeat sword wielder of the same level, though it's much harder to master spears than swords. So, Issei, let's begin. Said Griselda, then I nodded and took the stance with my spear pointing forward. Another 4 hours went fast. I was in pretty much the same state as after our first training session, though it was slightly better. When Griselda launched another attack at me, the door opened, I looked there, but a second later I felt pain in my chest and flew to the wall. Why did you turn your head from your enemy? Strictly asked Griselda. At the door stood Gabriel and looked at us with wide eyes. I told you to teach him how to use weapons and not to kill him, said Gabriel to Griselda. I went easy on him already, Gabriel-sama, if it was a real fight, he would be dead already, answered Griselda. Are you alright, Issei? Asked Gabriel. While she made her way to me, I stood up from the ground and nodded, trying to hide that my back and my chest were hurting like hell. I didn't need for them to go easy on me, it would only slow down my training. Good job, brat, you did well now, don't ever show your enemy that you are in pain when your foe launch strong attack at you, but you stand like it was nothing, it will do strong impact on him, it can even scare shit out of him, and only when you will defeat your enemy, you can shout or cry from pain, it will not matter anymore, but while you fight don't show your weakness. Okay, I will remember it. Okay, that's it for today, Griselda, I will now teach Issei some magic, tomorrow you will train him again. Said Gabriel and took my hand. As you wish, Gabriel-sama, answered Griselda and left the room. Alright, Issei, let's start your magical training. For beginning let me check your magical pools. Said Gabriel to me with a gentle smile. Alright. I answered. Gabriel put her hands on my chest and channeled energy to me, golden light enveloped me, and I felt warmth in my heart. Was it because of that energy or because it was Gabriel who did it, I couldn't tell. Good, you have pretty large magical resources, Issei, I think that you will do good. I will teach you basic angel spells for starters, Spear of Light and Heaven Healing. Told Gabriel to me, smiling widely. Okay, I will try my hardest, Gabriel, I responded and returned a smile. I don't doubt you. Let's start with healing. Please concentrate, Issei, and try to feel torrents of magic power within you, feel the light which is flowing in you. Explained Gabriel to me. I concentrated and started to search my magic pools within me. After 10 or 15 minutes I felt the light inside me, golden light emanated from my body. I tried to not let go of this feeling, but failed, then the light faded. I opened my eyes and frowned, I felt sad because of my failure. Don't feel down, Issei, it is very hard to use magic from the first try. Gently spoke Gabriel, seeing my dissatisfaction. Thank you, but please don't try to console me, it will make me weaker, I must do my best and be better than anyone, because I'm your joker, I am your knight, I shall show to everyone that you didn't do a mistake, when revived me as your brave saint, I shall show to everyone with maximum of my abilities, how strong Gabriel-sama's knight. I replied with determination. I'll try again. Okay, try one more time, my Issei, said Gabriel to me. I closed my eyes one more time and concentrated. After another 10 minutes I felt the light inside my body again, but didn't let go of it. I opened my eyes, my body brightly shining with golden light. Now, Issei, try to use magic and channel it to me to heal me. Said Gabriel. Golden dagger appeared in her hand, then she made a wound on her palm. I shivered when I saw her blood. I don't know why, but seeing Gabriel bleeding made me angry, then I tried to channel my light in her hand to heal the wound. Bright light emanated from my hands, the wound on Gabriel's palm disappeared, and blood evaporated from her skin. I sighed in relief, my anger also disappeared. I held her hand in mine. I don't know what came on me at that moment, but I brought Gabriel's palm to my lips and kissed the back of her hand. Please don't do that again, Gabriel-sama, I can use my hand for that, I don't want to see you get hurt, even if it is you who harms yourself. I said quietly and looked into her eyes. Okay, Issei, I will not do that again. But you too try not to get hurt, okay, I don't want to see my beautiful knight in pain. And what with this Gabriel-sama thing? I told you to call me Gabriel when we are alone. Said Gabriel, her eyes warm and gentle. I'm sorry, Gabriel, I forgot. I answered. It's fine, Issei, let's continue. Said Gabriel, a spear of light appeared in her hand. Now imagine a spear of light like mine in your mind and try to shape your light magic in the form of the spear. I did as she told, and after some time 1 meter long light spear took shape in my hand. Good job, Issei, it is really splendid for your first try. Now gather power in your spear and try to launch it anywhere, but when launching don't channel your power continuously, but make it more like a momentary burst of light. I tried to do this, I ignited my spear with a big amount of power instantly and let go of it. Spear of light flew in the direction of the wall, but suddenly exploded in the midair. Well done, Issei, you did it right. If you wanted to hit the wall with your spear, you should have just used more power. You should use different amounts of busting power for different launch distances. In short, you gather power in your spear and then use a burst of power to launch your gathered power. The more power you use, the longer the distance of launch will be. Soon you will easily control the amount of needed power. Besides, you can visualize your power in any form, it's just that most angels use spears. It can be a ball of light, arrow, sword, wave, it even can be formless, but it is hard to achieve. Explained Gabriel to me. Thank you, Gabriel, I will try my best. I said to her. At first, when my spear exploded in midair, I thought I had failed, but when Gabriel explained the mechanism of using the spear of light to me, I was overjoyed that I did everything right. Okay, Issei, that's it for tonight, you should now go to eat, then go to your room and read books that I chose and put on your desk, then you should sleep. Said Gabriel, then she went to me and patted my head. You did well today, Issei, I am very proud of you, if you continue in that fashion you will become very strong in no time. Thank you for your kind words, Gabriel, I will become the strongest and will be able to protect you. I said to her. Thank you, my knight, said she and kissed my forehead. Now go, Issei, you need to rest. Yes, Gabriel. I said and left the room. Then I went for dinner and after that I came to my room. On the desk there were a few books about the history of 3 factions. I took one about devils and began to read. There were many facts about devils, names of leaders, strong devils, history of main clans, information about evil pieces, device which allowed devils reincarnate any being in devil, just like Gabriel's deck of cards. There was much other useful information, such as the traits and weaknesses of devils. After that, I took a book about fallen angels, which contained pretty much the same information as the previous book. When I ended with the books it was slightly after midnight. I fell to bed and only at that moment I felt how tired I was. But when I was ready to fall asleep, a familiar voice rang in my head. Now it is my turn to train you, boy. Said Longinus. Seriously? I'm dead tired. I replied. Don't worry, you can go to sleep, we will train inside your mind. At day you train with angels, at night with me in your head, convenient, isn't it? No time will go to waste, hee. Fine, we will do as you say. I don't have another choice anyway, I need to become strong as fast as I can to fight evil and bring justice. What a good mindset you have, brat. Now sleep, we will meet in your dream. I closed my eyes and soon sleep took over me. Thanks for watching this video. Part 1 is over. If you really enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. And also check out the playlist that I have created and enjoy. Link is in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.